Welcome to Fox 54 News at 6. I'm Kenesha Dees. The wait, finally over, almost over. Flat packs, meatballs, and more Allen wrenches than you'll ever need have officially touched down in the Rocket City. Wednesday, IKEA will cut the ribbon on its new location in the University Place Shopping Center, bringing a more accessible shopping experience to our community. Fox 54's Logan Alexandra Russell got a sneak peek inside the store this morning.
It's a brand new look for a North Alabama destination. The blue and yellow logo is officially part of the University Place Shopping Center. Spanning 46,000 square feet, this IKEA is designed to be Huntsville-centric, featuring local living solutions tailored specifically for homes in the area. And for the man running the show, the assignment is deep-rooted in the Tennessee Valley.
It is exciting. It's the first IKEA in the state of Alabama, which is exciting in and of itself. For me personally, it's a bit of a homecoming. I used to live in Huntsville, so I've been gone for 10 years, and so being back is really exciting.
That local knowledge is key. The company targeted Huntsville due to its status as the state's fastest-growing city. While the footprint is smaller than the massive warehouses found in larger metros, the goal is to keep the most popular items on the shelves and ready for pickup.
We've got about 5,000 items on display in the store, and then we've got about 2,000 items for immediate takeaway. That's kind of a curated selection of some of the most popular items that we sell. Among those 2,000 are about 100 small furniture items. But for any items that we don't stock in the store, they're available either for pickup here in the store or delivery directly to your home or business.
Sustainability and snacks are also on the menu. The store features an as-is department for gently used and discontinued items. And of course, the famous Swedish deli at the back of the store is stocked with meatballs, plant balls, cinnamon rolls, and more. From one-on-one kitchen design consultations to those famous meatballs, IKEA is planning to bring the global brand to a local neighborhood. In Huntsville, Logan Alexandra Russell, Fox 54 News.
And Logan, we know they're going to cut the ribbon Wednesday at 9:30 in the morning.
Yes.
And people can start lining up at 7.
Yes, people can start lining up at 7. There will also be giveaways that start around 8 o'clock. The first 100 kids get a toy, and then there's also going to be giveaways for the adults.
That's exciting. That actually builds the anticipation. I don't ever remember going inside of an IKEA store. I know there was one where I grew up, but I've never been inside of one. Have you?
I never really shopped at IKEA before, so this was really like my first time going in there, and I didn't know that they actually have food there. I just learned that like a year ago.
Yes, they're known for their Swedish meatballs, and apparently I know within our news team we talked about it, like some type of jam that they have.
And they have cinnamon buns as well, yeah.
Cinnamon buns.
Yes.
Oh, my mouth is already watering.
Oh yes, me too.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Logan.
Of course.
All right, let's get a look at weather. This is what it looked outside of our studio today. Pretty blue sky, minimal cloud, but lots of cold across the Tennessee Valley. Not what we're expecting after fake spring next week. Let's bring in Fox 54 Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. Jordan, faux spring has left us. What can we expect overnight?
Yeah, we're going to continue to be cold as we head into the overnight. That cold air this afternoon is going to linger as we head into the overnight, but then it's going to get on out of here as we head into your Tuesday afternoon. We'll talk about that in a little while. Live look out over the Parkway southbound on Memorial Parkway this evening, just beginning to get completely and totally dark, but there's still just enough light left for you to tell that we're talking about a really nice clear sky here in the city of Huntsville and elsewhere across the Tennessee Valley as well. It continues to be very difficult to find much in the way of any cloud cover, which is only going to help our temperatures fall off as we head into the overnight. 30 degrees right now, Pulaski and Fayetteville, 32 in Coleman, 30 in Albertville, 32 in Florence, and we're sitting at 30 degrees right now at the Huntsville International Airport. Through the rest of the evening, 30 at 8, 29 by 9, 27 degrees by the time we get to 10 p.m. Again, maintaining that really nice clear sky. Very cold as we head into the overnight. Temperatures dropping into the lower 20s. I've got a low temperature right around 21 degrees. But again, immediate improvement as we head into your Tuesday. We'll talk about it in a couple of minutes.
Yes, and you can stay ahead of the weather anytime, anywhere with our 24/7 weather stream on Fox 54 Plus. Download for free, watch on your TV. A former Henniger police officer has pleaded guilty on 2 counts of attempted dissemination of obscene material as part of a plea agreement. Joshua Kwan, originally charged with 5 counts of disseminating obscene material last April, the Henniger Police Department terminated him immediately following his arrest. The plea agreement reduces the time he'll serve down to 3 years. Kwan must register as a sex offender and turn himself into the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office by March 16th. Tekevion Williams has pleaded guilty in the 2023 shooting that killed Joshua Turney. According to the Madison County District Attorney's Office, Williams entered a guilty plea today. He also has a pending attempted murder charge in Hale County. He'll be transferred there to serve after finishing his sentence in Madison County. The plea agreement says Williams will serve 3 years in prison, followed by 60 weeks of state probation. Along with Williams, Anthony Bradley was also charged in Turney's death, which is believed to have been drug-related. Bradley received a 20-year split sentence with 3 years to be served in prison. Authorities say the body of a 71-year-old man was found near Oakwood University yesterday afternoon. The school says the coroner believes the man died of hypothermia. Authorities suspect no foul play in the man's death. That investigation is ongoing. The Madison County coroner has confirmed the identity of the man killed in a fiery crash involving other vehicles over the weekend. The crash happened early yesterday morning around 5 a.m. on Research Park Boulevard near Plummer Road. Police say one of the drivers involved in the crash died on the scene after his car flipped and caught fire. He's identified as 26-year-old Zachary Wolf. That crash still under investigation. The family of Katorius KJ Starks held an emotional celebration for what would have been his 4th birthday. The special ceremony at his gravesite honored his life and called for accountability in his death. You may remember this story from last summer. Keila Stanford, the woman you see on your screen, was a contracted Alabama DHR worker. According to court documents, she left KJ unattended in a car for 5 hours last July, killing the 3-year-old boy. She's charged with felony leaving a child in a car, which holds a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison if convicted. Abby Heyman takes us to yesterday's vigil.
We didn't get to spend a lot of time with him, but we appreciate and thankful to God for the time he was here with us on earth.
As blue and green balloons filled the sky, family members' tears fell to the ground, remembering the life of their beloved KJ.
KJ was very bright. He was young, but kind of what you would describe as an old soul, really smart, very respectful.
Gathering at his grave on his 4th birthday to celebrate his memory.
The only thing we have left, so that it gives us peace.
But peace is hard to find, still fighting for justice. KJ was 3 years old when he died last July. Left in a hot car for 5 hours while in the custody of a state-contracted transport worker from Covenant Services.
If what happened to him is not addressed, and if those who are responsible are not held accountable, it's going to happen again.
Family attorney Courtney French says thousands of children across Alabama are currently in DHR custody, and KJ's family wants his death to change how the state protects them. French says a criminal case against the worker responsible for his death has been sent to a grand jury, and a wrongful death lawsuit is also pending.
Still feels like his life don't matter to certain people. We just want someone, well, not someone, the lady that left him in the car in DHR to take accountability for my nephew's death so it won't happen to another child that's in their care.
Very hard loss. Well, the family says they plan to hold this birthday celebration every year, keeping KJ's memory alive and fighting for justice to be served.
It's important for stories like this to be told and carried on so that they can live.
Joe Wheeler Park, rooted in hidden history. Fox 54's Mo Carter explores a hiking trail steeped in stories of where Black Alabamians worked and enjoyed recreation. Stay with us. Alabama lawmakers propose a bill that would require public service commissions to hold yearly rate hearings. Those details ahead. Joe Wheeler Park in Lauderdale County is one of the most Fox 54's Mo Carter traveled to Rogersville to learn more.
Every month, you can find local families getting physically fit while learning about historical facts right here in the Tennessee Valley. The group, which is known as Black Kids Adventures, has a solid following and is spearheaded by the Stevens family.
My family and I, just noticed that there was a need for an organization that would create opportunities for other Black families to come out and find joy in community and in nature.
During Black History Month, members of Black Kids Adventures traveled out to Rogersville for a hiking trail through Joe Wheeler Park, a place with tons of hidden history when it comes to African Americans. Our first stop on the trail bringing us to a random piece of land in the park. Sure, it doesn't look like much now, but 70 plus years ago, it was quite important for African Americans in this state who wanted to enjoy life on the outdoors.
In the 1950s, that area was referred to as the Negro Recreation Area, and the whole point was to give a safe space for Negro families to enjoy themselves in the great outdoors.
Consider this. The small portion of Joe Wheeler Park that you see here was the only area in all of Alabama state parks in which African Americans could gather and have any sort of recreational fun.
The outdoors, the joy, the community that it brings, it has always been a part of who we are as a people, part of our culture.
Next on the journey, we were reminded about a pair of African-American men who held very high rankings, which made them history makers.
Joe Wheeler State Park is the space where the very first African-American park ranger, Mr. Howard Fuquay, from 1952 to 1956, and he was followed by the second African-American park ranger in the state of Alabama, Mr. Samuel Hardin, and we're so excited that today we got to walk on a trail fondly named after Mr. Samuel Hardin.
A few months ago, the legacies of Mr. Hardin and Mr. Fuquay were honored with the planting of a historical marker which now sits near the entrance of the park. Our final part of the trail takes us to the beautiful banks where the creek meets the lake. Once upon a time, organizations like the Boy Scouts were even segregated in the South. So the area, which is now known as Camp Drake Reservation, served and hosted Black Boy Scouts of the Tennessee Valley Council who could not join the all-white Camp Westmoreland.
Beginning in the 1940s, Negro communities from around would have Boy Scout camps right on these grounds, and it's just remarkable that we can share and educate today's families about the great rich history that was here.
And so ends our journey to Joe Wheeler Park, a place that is entrenched with African American history. There are more places like this around the Tennessee Valley, and the folks at Black Kids Adventures intend to do a deep dive into those for one specific reason.
It's important for stories like this to be told and carried on so that they can live. When we don't share these stories, the history dies.
For more information about African American involvement with state parks in the South, you can check out the book Landscapes of Exclusion by William O'Brien. Fox 54 has an entire Black History Month special full of stories of Black excellence, especially as we observe 100 years of Black History Month. It's available to watch anytime on demand right here on Fox 54 Plus. Concerns rising on utilities rates, prompting Alabama lawmakers to introduce a bill where they hear from the customers. We learn more. Stay with us. In the meantime, Jordan, we experienced sub-freezing temps tonight.
Yeah, definitely as we head into the overnight lows, dropping into the lower 20s, but then we improve quite nicely for your Tuesday. We'll talk about it in a few minutes. Did you know that you can get weather impact updates 24/7 on Fox 54 Plus? Here's how. Go to Fox 54 Plus on your Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, or Samsung. Once you're on the main screen, push the down arrow and click on the Fox 54 Plus Weather Impact 24/7 block. Here, you'll find radar, current temperatures and conditions, traffic cams, forecasts, and more, all available on demand. Want to get back to the main channel? Just push the down arrow and click on the 24/7 stream button. It's your weather impact updates 24/7 on Fox 54 Plus. Start streaming today.
A bill filed in the Alabama legislature would require public service commissions to hold yearly rate hearings. This comes as two controversial PSC bills have been filed during the current session. Concerns have been raised around the state due to rising utility rates. For District 28 Representative Mac Butler, he views House Bill 475 as transparency that has been missing in Alabama.
This would put all the cards on the table. It would force them to justify the utilities, to justify their current rates that most people feel are way too high. That's what has not happened in 44 years. And that's where the nuts and bolts get that we, the people, that we've heard from, really want laid out. And this legislation also requires, the public to be invited.
House Bill 475 is currently awaiting action in the Transportation, Utilities, and Infrastructure Committee.
Now, the Tennessee Valley's certified most accurate forecast from the Fox 54 Weather Impact Team.
A look from Memorial Parkway just a few hours ago. Clear sky when we had some sunshine and daylight, but that was coupled with cold temps. Not exactly what we'd want as far as spring weather. It's total opposite.
Definitely not. But it looked beautiful outside. I mean, if you were sitting in your comfortably warm home and looking outside, you would think, gosh, I really want to go out. And then you go out and you quickly regret that decision.
You'll turn right back around and go back inside.
Yeah.
If you had that luxury, though.
You'll be forcibly then enlisted into grabbing your hat and your coat and the gloves and the scarf. Thankfully, we're not going to need those items too terribly much longer. We'll need them as we head into the overnight and through the Tuesday morning commute, but then we won't need any of that as we head into Tuesday afternoon. We're really going to begin to see some very, very quick improvement. 34 was the high temperature today at Huntsville International. We saw 38 over in Florence. We saw 37 in Albertville. Fort Payne saw a high temperature this afternoon of just 33 degrees. The average high temperature for this time of year right around 60 or 61. Radar looks nice and quiet this evening. Maybe that goes a bit without saying. It's difficult to find much in the way of any cloud cover, so naturally we're not going to be talking about any sort of precipitation. Where they have been talking about some precipitation is across the Northeast. Look at these snow totals over the last 2 days or so. 15 to 20 inches across much of the Northeast, upwards of 25 inches of snow in some locations. Now I've been following this somewhat closely over on social media, and I believe I saw Providence, Rhode Island got over 30 inches of snow over the last couple of days. That is truly an insane amount of snow. We're definitely not going to be talking about any winter precipitation across the Tennessee Valley, but I do have rain in the forecast. Small chance of rain on Wednesday. Emphasis there on small. Whatever does fall from the sky would be relatively light and isolated. Our guarantee is going to come as we head into your Thursday, where we could be talking about some pockets of heavier rain across the Tennessee Valley. That's okay. At least it's going to come on a Thursday as opposed to getting rain on a weekend. Nobody ever wants to deal with rain on a weekend. As a matter of fact, we are going to be dry Saturday, Sunday. A small chance of rain builds into the Tennessee Valley by the time we get to next Monday. Nothing overly exciting is going to happen on Tuesday. We're going to maintain the mostly clear sky. So we'll start Futurecast off at Wednesday morning, where we're talking about a mostly cloudy or an overcast sky. Relatively dry as we head into the afternoon, but I do think a couple of light showers are going to sneak their way into the Tennessee Valley through the later part of the afternoon and then early into the evening. This activity is incredibly light in nature, and as far as coverage is concerned, I think Futurecast might be overdoing it a little bit. It's going to be a little more isolated in nature. Where I do think it is going to pick up in coverage is when we get to the later part of the evening and then through the course of the overnight. Now, this activity is still going to be relatively light. It's not until we get to the Thursday morning commute that we're going to begin to see some pockets of heavier rain develop. And then that heavier widespread rain is going to continue to develop through Thursday afternoon, and then in some capacities continue through Thursday evening, and then even as we head into the overnight, before we dry out on Friday. Now, whatever rain we do get on Thursday is much needed across the Tennessee Valley. Moderate drought conditions have kind of established themselves across almost the entire area. So honestly, at this point, we could use a day where we get a really good soaking rain, and I think that's going to happen this Thursday. Nice and quiet out over the Parkway this evening. We're still talking about that clear sky. We'll maintain that clear sky through the rest of the night. Temperatures currently sitting in the upper 20s and lower 30s. Over the next couple of hours, we drop into the mid-20s, lower 20s as we head into the overnight and then early into your Tuesday morning. Have a good look at the next 7 days. 51 Tuesday afternoon, so kind of some immediate improvement. 62 on Wednesday, 66 on Thursday, 63 on Friday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, really going to be beautiful if you take out the rain chance on Thursday. And then the weekend looks fantastic. 68 both Saturday and Sunday. Plenty of sunshine on Saturday. Beautiful day. 70 degrees by the time we get to next Monday.
Well, check this out. If you've ever dreamed of becoming an astronaut or pilot, now's your chance to make it happen. The U.S. Space and Rocket Center is inviting adults to suit up for Space Camp and the Aviation Challenge. Over 3 days and 2 nights, you'll tackle simulated missions and test your skills in flight simulators, complete survival training, and even tour historic aircraft. The Adult Aviation Challenge expedition launches April 17th. Don't miss the opportunity. Registration open now.
Nate Oates and the Alabama men's basketball team moving up several spots in the latest AP Top 25 poll. Find out where they landed next in sports.
Fox 54 Plus has your news, sports, and weather. Start your evening with Fox 54 at 5:30, delivering the latest headlines and live reports straight from the scene. Then stay informed with Fox 54 News at 9, featuring your Tennessee Valley certified most accurate weather impact team, tracking everything from tornado threats to traffic delays during severe weather. Fox 54 Sports Extra brings you more of what sports fans crave, with deeper insights, expert analysis, and all the action that matters most. On Fox 54 Plus, you'll also find Alabama politics, plus 24/7 weather radar and real-time forecasts to keep you ahead of the storm. Looking for a quick recap? Don't miss Fox 54 Week in Review, highlighting the biggest stories of the week. Jumpstart your morning with Morning Rush, fast-paced news updates featured with uplifting stories from across the globe. Get your entertainment fix with Getting Real, where we break down movie reviews, top 10 lists, and spotlight the newest film. Die Hard fan? Locked On Sports dives deep into the Crimson Tide, the Tigers, college rivalries, and pro action. True crime warrior style? Killer Cases brings you gripping real-life stories that stick with you. Hungry for more? Cooking with Style serves up mouth-watering recipes that are easy to make and impossible to resist. From movie previews before you head to the theater with Take a Look, to must-know headlines from across the region and around the world with In the News. Watch all of these shows on demand and also on the Fox 54 News app. Available on Android and iOS devices. Streaming 24/7.
Fox 54 Sports is sponsored by Alpha Insurance.
The Alabama Crimson Tide basketball team is riding a 6-game win streak on the hardwood, with the most recent win coming on the road. The Crimson Tide riding the coattails of Aiden Holloway and Amari Allen, who combined for 33 points in the Tide's 90-83 win over LSU this weekend. With the victory, Alabama jumped from number 25 to number 17 in the latest AP Top 25 men's national rankings. Coach Oates appreciates his team's effort and toughness for winning on the road in Baton Rouge, but he still feels like his team made way too many mistakes in the victory.
Start of the second half, seemed like everybody really picked it up. We gave up 3 boards there in the first 4 minutes, and that was really the only way they were scoring. If we had cleaned up the glass a lot better, we could have opened up a 20-plus point lead to start second half. But that's been an issue of ours. We haven't been able to rebound it well. So I thought our intensity, our attention to detail on the defensive end, just our overall effort, start second half was great. And then, we eventually built up the lead to 16, and then we didn't close like we needed to. We couldn't get stopped. Last 2 minutes, I don't think, until the very last stop, we didn't get stopped.
Alabama returns to the floor on Wednesday night for a home bout with Mississippi State. Tip-off from the Coleman Coliseum is set for 8 p.m. You can watch it live on ESPNU. Speaking of the Tide, Charles Bediako is still fighting to play college basketball with them once again. Recently, Bediako and his attorneys filing an appeal to the Alabama Supreme Court. The legal team also requested an injunctive relief while the appeal is pending. If approved, then that would allow him to return to the court once again. We'll keep you posted. That does for Fox 54 Sports. I'm Mo Carter.
Coming up tonight on Fox 54 News at 9, a Morgan County community working to rebuild a historic black school in Somerville after fire destroyed the building. Our Gabe Glassman takes us there. A bill advanced by the Alabama House Committee could establish a sales tax holiday for guns. We'll tell you all about the potential tax break and what it includes. An American Puerto Vallarta and other parts of Mexico are sheltering in place as chaos erupts in the wake of cartel leader El Mencho's murder. We'll have all this and more for you tonight on Fox 54 News at 9. Before we let you go, the city of Pittsburgh honoring a 6-year-old, there she is, Girl Scout, whose cookie selling campaign went viral. Mayor Corey O'Connor designated Friday Pim Neal Day. As of Friday afternoon, Pim has officially sold more than 117,000 boxes of cookies, thanks to several videos posted to social media. She even sold 20,000 boxes in one day. Neal has her eye on the career record of boxes sold by one Girl Scout, which is around 180,000. That's a lot of cookies for one girl to sell.
I would like to know exactly how many cookies that is. Like a box, is a box like a crate or like an individual box of Thin Mints?
I'm thinking an individual box, but she used social media to help sell those cookies.
She's also incredibly adorable.
She is.
You know?
So her cute charm kind of lured people in to buy the, Girl Scouts are already cute.
I know it's so hard to say no to them, but I can only buy cookies from like so many people. Like eventually I have to, be tough and start saying, and it's very hard.
I skipped last year. The year before, though, I found myself buying some of those lemon cookies.
Oh, that's your favorite?
I like them. Yeah, I like them in the Samoa cookies.
Is that the one with the coconut?
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah. I know you don't like coconut.